subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Strangely familiar.
Hey,
I can hear
Tariq,
you, Strange. How are you?
I'm good. So I have two quick points. The first point, why I don't think this story is bullshit, is because this story has been around for like 3 weeks now.
Okay.
It's just Elon has blown it up to turn it into a black versus white situation.
Okay.
Now you see Charlie Kirk, even Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate was coming out criticizing niggas. Like he's blown it up to be more than what it was. So like I said, it was never supposed to be like this. And then they dropped the footage. And two, the reason I believe it is genuine is because where I'm from, my schizophrenic friend killed somebody at a
Oh,
Walmart. Like he just randomly killed a dude. And if you have schizophrenia and you're not taking care of it, it's really not that far fetched for them to kill
okay.
somebody. I'm just being
Oh, yeah,
honest.
yeah. It could happen. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen. But when I see a situation where it's just so politically lined up perfectly and the practicality of what happened ain't really lining up, meaning, yeah, ain't no somebody stabbing you in the neck and you ain't got no wounds. And then you clutching to your on your phone and you ain't making no noise and everybody on the train is quiet and you just stab somebody and everybody's all relaxed. There's no urgency. Ain't nobody getting the hell up out of there. Yeah, it's something that's not normal, man. And again, this just lines up with every stereotype that the white supremacist has. The black predator done killed this blonde Aryan Caucasian woman from the Caucasus regions of Europe who, yeah, and she gets on a train in the middle of the night by herself. She's all frail, and the big black super predator is behind her, lurking and slowly pulling out his knife. Come on, man. Okay. Uh, and now it's like, oh, see, this is why we have to have an apartheid state for the blacks. This is too politically perfect. Way too politically perfect. Yeah. Let's get Charlie. All right, let's get Charlie in here. Mr. Charlie. Charlie Sansom in here. Let's get Mr. Charlie Sansom in here. Hello, Mr. Charlie.
Hi, it's morning here in the UK. I just thought I'd
Oh,
tune in and have a little natter with you guys about this one. It's just something that you said there, Tariq, about where people seemed calm after the girl was stabbed on the train.
right.
Is that these attitudes of calmness, or I wouldn't even call it calm, I'd call it fear. And I think that maybe you're misrepresenting how people feel about crime nowadays. Because in the United Kingdom, when people get attacked here, you might have heard in America that we've got a high amount of knife crime in the city of London. There are videos that come around in our country where people will walk past somebody on the floor. They'll step over somebody. The culture nowadays, I see in the UK and in the United States, just online, is that people are quick to bust out a phone and film the occasion than they are to deal with the
Now hold
situation.
on.
But
Stop
when-
it. Let me chime in on that. Now, the problem with that is even if they don't want to get involved with the crime, and now let me speak for black people over here. Even if we don't want to get involved with the crime, we're going to be safe. We're going to get our asses to safety. Black people are not really going to just sit around while somebody's running around here stabbing. That's so out of character for us. We're not that desensitized because we know that that person could, if he's stabbing somebody, he probably is going to stab some more people. That's what they're going to think. If there's a person,
the thing is, if you're on the train, Tariq, and you're seeing a girl fall to the floor, there's blood going everywhere, and people are not quite catching up just yet. I mean, there was a lady to on the left of the video that I saw, and she looked like she was concerned. She looked over like, what has just happened here? And maybe it was too quick. The video was quick. I mean, look, from what I saw, from what we've all seen, that was bang, 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 and bounce. So How long was the actual stabbing? The period of time? 3 4 seconds.
Right. But now you got this guy standing up over people, dripping blood. There's blood dripping. All right.
Mm.
So something violent went down. Most people, black people, ain't gonna just sit around and just be casual when you got somebody sitting here with bloody.
Why can I ask you a question? Why does it have to be a black thing and not just a human thing? Maybe human fear comes into it and says, do you know what, that girl's on the floor in a puddle of blood. I don't want any part of that. I'm going to keep my mouth closed. I'm going to get off the train at the next station and I'm going to
It's a
bounce.
black thing because number one, people are sitting up here blaming black people for not getting involved, saying they're over here talking about, see how those blacks are. This man, this black just killed a white woman, and the other blacks just sat there and didn't do anything. That's why it looks funny because they've made it racial. Because if we're going to talk about what blacks would do, black people do not sit around when there's danger right there. All right. I'm just culturally, we don't just get that relaxed when there's a present danger there. And this guy was walking around with an alleged dripping hand, a dripping knife. We're going to go somewhere where it's safe. That's just how we do.
But you're on a moving train. Where can you go? You're in a
Gonna-
you're in a
Dude, that don't matter. You're going to go to the other train cart. You're going to go
but
somewhere.
but
You're not just going to sit there. We're not.
but we all saw the video. People did get up. They did leave this. They did leave that area. So it's not like they just sat down and left it. And the reason why I make the parallel between the United Kingdom and the United States.
No, people kind of sat there for a minute and just kind of casually got up like their train, their next stop was coming up. It was a casual thing, which was very unusual. So we got to put everything in the right context. Go ahead, Charles.
I hear what you're saying about the context. I just think because of the speed of the attack, people may not have computed in the right amount of time what had gone on and what to do. Because, like I said, I see it in England. You know, people will avoid a situation. They'll dance. They'll move to the side of the street. They'll walk around it. They'll step over somebody because nowadays people are too afraid to confront attacks. I'm speaking from experience over here. I'm not speaking for you guys. I'm speaking for
Culture,
England. You know, people will
the
avoid it.
culture is different. I've been to the UK. Now the culture is different. There's a lot of stabbings over there.
Mm.
Stabbings are very normal. Because people don't really have guns, so they get their stabbing up. So that might fly over there. It's not really that common here. So we see somebody stabbing some that we're going to react. We're going to be startled by that. There's going to be people jumping up and people saying something. The woman didn't even make. Nobody said nothing. Nobody. Everybody's all quiet. Thing. We got cousin Jerry. Cousin Jerry.
Hey, Flex, how you doing
I'm good. How
tonight?
you doing, cousin?
I'm good. I'm good. What I find hilarious is there's literally thousands of videos of black people running without even knowing why we running. We just looked at one black person and they gave a certain move or a sign, and we knew that something was off, and we get off the
Right.
block. We don't have slow reaction time, my English friend. We already peep danger. We'll walk in that car and we'll notice ain't no black people in there or one black person looking a certain way. We'll move. We're already spotted. This is why we're trying to tell y'all this is a false flag because the black people ain't acting like black people in that
Right.
video.
Right.
I understand what you guys are trying to tell me, but you're on a train. It's like an
It's
aeroplane.
that butt. Stop with the butt, friend.
No,
Stop
you,
right there. The
you
the
have to
butt.
give
We're talking
context.
about black people's nature, the way that we're built, our senses, our reflexes. You're trying to compare us to white English. We're
No, I'm
talking
not. I'm
about
just
black
I'm just talking about
Americans.
humans. I find it interesting that when black people are criticized, it's that's not okay. But then you want to claim that black people
You're
move
going to
in
taking the
one way.
conversation somewhere else
No, no,
now.
I'm just taking
You're
what you've
trying to
said
take the
to me.
conversation
No, no,
somewhere else.
I'm not. I'm just working on
You
what
went
you've
to
said.
why did you bring that up then?
Because it's been mentioned in the chat.
Okay, well, you're
I'm
trying to take
talking
the
about
conversation
human
somewhere
nature.
else. Come back to the way that we're acting about this particular video.
You brought up how black people move in situations
Yes.
of danger, and I'm explaining to you that it could just be human nature.
Okay,
Now,
so
if
so
you're on a
now
train
that we're
and
now,
you've got nowhere to go, you can't get off that train. The train is moving. You're in a box. You can't do
did you
anything.
not hear my first opening statement, friend? I said that we're already going to see him before he moves. See, you're underestimating that we're gonna sit down all copacetic hunky door. We're already on alert for somebody to do something stupid.
Well, you didn't see
We're
that.
not waiting. We're
You didn't.
already
You didn't.
our
But you didn't
antennas
see
are
that.
already up. Hmm.
You didn't see the guy getting up off that chair. The black people on the train didn't see him getting up off the chair with a knife.
And you keep missing the point
No, no,
because
I'm
we
going off
keep
what you
trying to
said.
tell you that's the problem. We keep trying to inform you that's one of the problems with the video. The
But
warning signals didn't go off.
but the guy, from what I've read,
But
and
but but
from
but what?
well, if you let me speak and don't patronize me, Jerry, American
Pause.
reports have said this guy is a career criminal.
Okay.
So, okay, so you're saying it's a false flag, but the guy's got history.
Right.
Let's be reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
plausible that he did
we've
this.
explained to you before that in America and also around the country, we take mentally ill people and we control them with their medicines to use them for crimes. Some of those career criminals that's been in and out of those facilities on all kind of medication under all kind of supervision.
But that doesn't
Pause.
change what I've just said. You know, if the guy's a career criminal and he's got history for violent crime, then you can't just discount what he's done because it fits what you think is a false flag.
I'm not discounting what he's done. We're trying to explain you the narrative which being pushed, and you're trying to tell us that we're not seeing what we're seeing.
No, no, I'm giving you my perspective as just another human being seeing something tragic on the news.
Right, and you just told me my perspective as a black man wasn't valid because it didn't come
No,
from a
no,
human being standpoint.
I made the distinction because you mentioned skin color. I haven't mentioned skin color. This
Right.
conversation has brought skin color into it. I haven't done that. You
This
have.
is racial. It's all racial because even the coverage is racial. The far right, they've been all on. Um, they stopped using racial code words. They this thing is racial. Trump using racial dog whistles. They're talking about, oh, we got to go to Chicago and put the National Guard. So thank you for the call, Jerry. But yeah, this is racial. It's racial. Um, the optics of it is based on racial um, um, stereotypes. Everything about this thing is racial. So you can't reel back the whole I'm not making it about race. This whole thing, the fact that the president came out talking about it, why this case if it weren't racial? A white man just shot up a damn school the other day. How come you ain't come out with his photograph and some pictures of the damn kids he shot? You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I do understand. I do understand what you're saying. I think from a British perspective, you unfortunately we hear about gun crime in America so often that I think it's become it's like a common story where it's like, okay, another one's happened. Roll the eyes. And you could be right. There could be a narrative being spun here. I'm just trying to put a human element on some of the things that I've heard, because I don't always think that it's a black versus white thing. I just think sometimes it's a human thing. And you could call me naive for thinking that way, but I see people as behaving like people, not necessarily just you know. At the end of the day, the girl is confirmed dead, right?
I think.
Yeah. So if let's so let's pause on what you said. That I think let's just assume that it's confirmed later on down the line. If it's confirmed and you're happy with that confirmation, then I think the conversation that you're having right now is kind of moot,
Right.
because the girl got stabbed. She's dead. The guy did it, and he's got history, and that's really what people care about. I think all of us listening right now and talking together, all we really want, I want it in England, I want it for you guys in America, just to be able to get up 9 o'clock in the morning, go to work, and get home from work in the evening safe and sound, be with your families, be with your friends. I think that's what we all
Right.
want.
Here's the thing. The thing is, over here in the United States, there's a history of these white supremacists in the media, in the political sphere, creating false stories about Black people in order to justify subjugation. They've always had false stories about rape. They've always had false stories about drugs, which they will funnel drugs into the community and then punish us for the drugs they funneled in. They've always sat up here and um, created false narratives in order to kill and ambush and discredit. They had things like the COINTELPRO program, which is still alive today. meant to discredit any type of Black progress, and they use lies, manipulation, deception. So we've been lied on so many times and used as political footballs. That makes us skeptical, and that makes us rightfully want to question any narrative that they have that's going to basically demonize us. Because right now, this narrative about this case, the purpose of it now, whether it's real, because it could be real, or it could be a hoax. It's up in the air. There's a lot of people who split down the middle, and even white people are very skeptical about it. The the reality is, whether it's real or fake, no matter if it's real or fake, the reality is that Black people collectively, they're going to use that to try to punish us as a group, and that's the problem. Because they use incidents where they, oh, a Black man raped a white woman, let's run all the Black people out of town. A Black man bumped into a white woman on an elevator, let's blow up Tulsa, let's drop a bomb on it. A crazed Black man stabbed a pure white Ukrainian woman on a train, let's send the military to Chicago and Detroit and Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? So it gets into this whole Jim Crow, we're going to have to subjugate the Blacks as a group narrative. And that's the issue that we have, right? You hear, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm muting myself on the mic there. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You know, some political outcomes from all of this may be unnecessary. I mean, Chicago, you mentioned Chicago. I mean, I used to date a girl who lived in Chicago, and she would tell me about how bad certain places were in the city. I don't know how you deal with that. I'm not American. I don't know the culture, but in Chicago in particular. But
I
you know, it's how do you deal with that? Because like I said a moment ago, ultimately you just want to get from A to B
Slow
safely.
down. How do you deal with what? What do you think is going to happen when you go to Chicago?
Well, I hear that the crime in Chicago is very
Like,
bad.
you go to Chicago, what's going to happen?
I think some of the things that I've heard is that there's a high propensity for violent crime, gun crime,
Right.
things like that.
There's street level crime out there. It's street level, and it's between rival street factions. You don't ever hear about no white person in Chicago getting harmed by anybody from the street.
Mm,
Never hear it.
yeah,
Right?
like I said, you know, I'm not from Chicago. It's just things that the things that trickle out. You know, we don't hear everything over here what goes on in America, but we hear bits and pieces. Chicago is always cited as a huge crime hotspot, violent crime.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned that, you know, did you say Trump wanted to send in the military to deal with Chicago? Is that what you said, or you intimated that he said he was going to do that?
Yeah, the National Guard.
Yeah. So, you know, without knowing anything about the place in any great detail, how would you deal with situations where it's perceived there's huge amounts of crime? I mean, like I said, I don't know the answer politically for you guys, but it's just because you mentioned it, it got me thinking. How do you actually deal with that?
The same way you deal with any other crime. Why you got to peel the layers down? Why do you have crime in the first place?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the sources of crime tend to be similar um, in every part of the West. I mean, there are foundational reasons for the rise of crime. Um, yeah. Listen, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I appreciate having the conversation. I wish you well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, see, people start talking that the crime in Chicago, that's a catchphrase at this point. That's a catchphrase. You know, they don't want to do anything about crime in Chicago. You can fix crime in Chicago in 2 days. That shit can be fixed in 2 days. Literally. They know what the root of it is, but the thing is, it's a narrative. It fits a narrative. Chicago is just a proxy. It's a code word for black. That's all it is. It's a code word. Hold on, we got Max, the white supremacist. This is Myron Gaines people. Let's hear from Max, the white supremacist. Max, don't come in here trolling with your bullshit. Act like you got some sense. We're not at a meth lab. What's up, Max?
I was always thinking, How is it that Tariq Nasheed, the 11th Life Path, is able to hold such big spaces at night when no one else can do it? And then I figured it out. Your audience don't have jobs.
Uh-oh.
You guys are out here coping, bitching about the white man, but you refuse to make any money.
Your ass is right up here with us. So yeah, your ass is unemployed too, huh? Go ahead.
I'm a multi-millionaire, bro. So
Oh, stop it. You are a dollar millionaire from McDonald's. You ain't got shit. But go ahead.
here's the thing. Your people are violent, and
Oh, not a white supremacist talking about violence. Oh, no. We
you
can't
don't want to hold your own people.
hold a candle to white supremacist violence, sir. We can't hold a candle to you. Go ahead. That's a projection. Nobody's more violent than you white supremacists. Nobody.
Well, I'm a Jewish man.
Yeah.
So again, you keep talking about this white supremacist stuff. I'm Jewish. They hate me more than you. You
Nobody's
keep missing that part.
more violent than you white supremacists. Go ahead. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So you are worried because of the video passing around that more people will be apprehensive toward black people, and that is racism.
We don't care. You're already apprehensive to us. What else is new?
And here's the thing: when we start holding people accountable, you start saying it's racism. So
Okay, hold us accountable how? You white supremacists have been trying to subjugate us for the last 500 years. You've been holding us overly accountable. So what are you talking about? What else are you going to do?
So if we want to hold black people accountable for crime, you call it racism. But when we start clamping down,
because there is no such thing as black crime. So holding us accountable for something that doesn't exist is racism. There is no such thing.
13% of the population.
There is no such thing as black crime. Name the black institution.
13% of the population.
Name the black institutions that facilitate, protect, and co-sign crime. Go.
Sure, baby mama culture.
No. That's the trailer park white supremacists. No.
No.
What are baby mamas running?
They're running in black neighborhoods.
No, they don't.
That's exactly where they're running. And you refuse.
Name the institutions that the baby mamas control.
Well, let's see. The welfare office will start there.
They don't.
They do extremely.
No. You white supremacists get more welfare than anybody. Y'all get Section 8 more than anybody.
Not proportionate to population.
Start with that per capita. The per capita Peckerwood talk. I don't want to hear that per capita shit. Y'all get the most.
Of course, per math.
Get the most welfare, sir. Welfare was designed for white women.
Again, per capita is actually mathematics, and you were
raw numbers. The raw numbers, y'all get.
Numbers don't lie, sir.
Raw numbers matter, sir. You get the most welfare.
Your voodoo economics.
No. We don't do that. The per capita Peckerwood talk. Let me get my brother Average in here. Av, what's up, brother? Brother Average, hop on in, sir.
Yes, sir. Much appreciated. Man, I just love this guy right here coming in, and right away he has to like obsess over the black community and take a shot at us having our own incomes, by the way, just like you, right? You're self-employed and you can be here in the middle of the night. Tariq, self-employed, can be here in the middle of the night. You don't think that there's 1,500 people, 2,000 people in America that are self-employed? Only an idiot would think that.
Not in this room, brother.
That was
not
rhetorical.
In this room.
That was rhetorical, sir. You've had enough time to talk. Here's another problem too. You're a sellout. Because you're a member of the Jewish community and you let somebody like Myron Gaines, you help him be anti-Jewish. You're an embarrassment to the Jewish
guy
community.
like Myron Gaines actually has real publicity in this room.
Be quiet.
Tariq Nasheed wishes he had Myron Gaines' clout.
Listen, you're a sellout.
Listen,
okay,
you guys
like
are broke
Gaines
people
Myron
who just want to run.
Broke is you. You have to obsess over black Americans in order to have clout because it's popular right now. You're an embarrassment. You're like one of those
I call all frauds like Tariq.
You're a fraud because you talk out of both sides of your mouth. On one end, I'm Jewish, I'm oppressed. On the other end, you're cool with the oppression of black people and you want to monetize it. See, you see what happens? How you do? You're an embarrassment.
I was
You're an
very rich before I came in this
See, when you
game.
get held to the flame, you can't
We
talk.
all can do that. We all
Stuttering.
can do that.
You're
What do you
stuttering.
do for a living?
Listen,
What do you do? Do you have a family?
I'm the
You
one
have none
asking
of that.
questions and talking right now. I'm the one asking. You already had enough time to cry and whine on Fresh and Fit, which,
You're
by
a
the way, got
degenerate
demonetized
who
for
wants to
being
cope for his
anti-Semitic.
fucking.
Fresh and Fit got demonetized for being anti-Semitic, right? They got everywhere you go, you guys get demonetized.
And they still
lost
make more
all
money
this
than you.
revenue
And they still make
because you
more money.
can't keep your racist mouth
And they
shut.
still have
You
clout.
keep on. You have no clout. You guys are an embarrassment. Myron was
If you're
over
not
in New
racist,
York.
you're stupid at this
Myron
point.
was in New
If
York
you're not
telling people how to be better men
that
for
white
their
woman
women,
should have been
right?
a racist. She
Meanwhile, he had one relationship and his lady was in Miami getting
If
pounded
that
out. She
white
left
woman,
New York to get pounded
if the
out
white,
by her fellow
she still
Venezuelan.
be alive.
And she later said they never had sex. And this is supposed to be a man who gives other men advice.
Keep
And you
muting
guys are
me.
frauds.
Keep
All
muting me.
across the board. And another thing, Myron
All you
Gaines'
guys know how to
name is
do is
Amror Fudel. He's an Arab.
get that
He's an
man's
Arab
name
who
out of
comes
your
from a
mouth. It's
lineage of
embarrassing.
betraying and backstabbing
Stop drooling
black
over his
people.
name. It's embarrassing.
Look at you. Look at you.
Look
You
at you.
come for all you. You're a whole fraud.
You're embarrassing.
Charlatan. A
Talking about
charlatan.
another
And
person's
you
name.
make money off of being
You and
anti-black.
Tariq
A Jewish embarrassment. You're
You're
a sellout.
hustling these people here.
Sellout. A
You're
sellout.
literally hustling these people.
You sold
That's
a
what you're
bunch of
doing.
geeks and nerds a boat trip
Because
to be on a boat with the same women you
You're
talk
a
mess
fraud.
about. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. A boat trip, $900 to geeks to be on a boat with OnlyFans models that you guys talk shit about all day.
Was
crazy. Typical embarrassment. Anti-black Jewish person who says they're oppressed, but at the same time wants to make money off of oppression. It's crazy. That's what you guys are. Everywhere you go,
cope is amazing. The cope is
thank you, Tariq. Thank you, Tariq. He got
yeah,
cooked. Thank
okay, come here. You cook. You don't even know how to cook. You goddamn broke motherfucker.
Okay, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. All right. You're not at your meth dealer's house. Now calm down. Now, how's Myron doing? He's struggling. I heard he's struggling. The white women, he's having fake relationships with white women because we know Myron Gaines he likes him a little spread of pussy. So yeah, y'all trying to make it seem like he's a ladies' man. We know he's a big old musty punk. So why y'all doing that, Max? Come on now. Unmute your microphone, Max. I don't have you muted. Come on, Max. Max, you're not saying anything. Come on, Max. Come on, high IQ, Max. Figure out how to unmute your microphone. All right, Max, he's having some technical difficulties there. Trying to have you back on, Max. He's probably still talking. But yeah, Max, yeah, you don't come in here trying to project onto us, Max. And I don't have you muted. I don't know why something happened. I don't know why you're still muted. Oh, goodness. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Let me get some more people in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get Isium. I can't read. My eyes are janky. I got old nigga eyes. Elysium, I think that's your name. Elysium? Elysium, Mr. Elysium, hop on in. All right, Elysium ain't saying nothing. So let's get my ancestors in here. Let's get my ancestors in the building. My ancestors, where you at?
I'm right here. So this is the situation. How you doing, brother? This is the situation altogether. They already know from the get-go. There is no comparison whatsoever. What are you comparing? What are you turning around saying that needs to be done, especially when you're talking about a tragedy? That is your DNA. You turn around and you sleep with animals, right? You turn around, you're pedophiles. You try to put all your blame on our community when you're the one that's suffering with everything under the sun because you are the disease, the dis-ease that goes in the community. Ever since you left.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. She's been drinking a little bit, but thank you. I respect your passion. Sister had her little something to drink, so I had to go ahead and land her plane. Circa, what's up, Circa? Circa, hop on in, brother. All right. Circa ain't saying nothing. Let's get Aaron. Aaron in the building.
Hey, what's going on, big dog?
I'm good, man. How you doing, Aaron?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, player. So listen, man, you know, I live probably 45 to a minute, like 45 to an hour away from Charlotte.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, ooh, it is real tight around here, boy. I'm telling you.
Oh wow.
But what I was gonna say to you is the fact that, and I've been saying this all day, and I feel like by me saying this, that this is a karmic, spiritual thing. There's only so much depravity, as you've always taught us, there's only so much depravity that the universe will allow before it starts to feed on the evil that's going on. So, hey, listen, I'm just sitting back, hey, minding my business, doing a little bit of work, and I'm just keeping it P. You did what I'm saying? And I'm just letting the evils of the world do its thing.
Man. There you go. Thank you so much, Aaron. Let me get Christian. Christian, hop on in.
Yo, Tariq. Hey, good evening. Brother, I feel you on the old man eyes, by the way. But I tapped in all last night. I did not request to come up because I did not want to break the tenor of the conversation. So I completely apologize right now for what I gotta do. But this is fight week. This is fight week. You got Canelo Alvarez, you got Terrence Crawford, Terrence Bud going up there pound for pound versus pound for pound. This is fight week. The energy is live, it's hot. And let me tell you right now, the Mexicans are going to celebrate all weekends because Canelo is going to KO that man. It's sad to say, but that's what's about to go down. I just want to let it be known off rip. It's their holiday. It's their independence or whatever it is. November de Mayo, I don't know. And that's what they got going on. And he about to knock out my man, Terrence Bud. It's sad. You know, it's a shame, but he shouldn't have hopped up. He bit off more than he can chew, and he shouldn't have been going chasing waterfalls. And that's what time it is. It's fight week, man. Get the energy up.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, y'all, I'm feeling fresh out here at the club. That's because I got my Rootwork deodorant on. Y'all need to get with the program and get your Rootwork at rootworkstyle.com.